A News 9 impact. Authorities collect water samples from houses at Seegehalli. Water collected from houses 500 meters from Seegehalli. Processing unit Borewell water collected in Seegehalli was found greenish-blue. Seegehalli residents have been protesting against dumping of waste. That's the big news that we're currently tracking at this moment for all the News 9 viewers who have just joined in. It's a News 9 impact as the authorities have now started collecting water samples from houses at Seegehalli, and the water is being collected from houses just 500 meters from the spot. Processing unit Borewell water collected in Seegehalli was found greenish-blue. Well, earlier, Mayor BBMP Commissioner also visited SWM units after News 9 telecast the story of garbage dumping, and experts from Indore will now be revamping processing units. My colleague Suraj Suresh joins us live from the spot. Well, Suraj, it's clearly a News 9 impact. After News 9 telecast the story, finally the authorities have woken up from the deep slumber and started collecting the water samples from the houses. And absolutely shocking to say the least that, the water that was collected was found greenish blue. What exactly is happening at the spot where you are at?
Well, absolutely, Neha. What we have been seeing is that somewhere we are just speaking about the kind of leachate which is seeped into the groundwater, and we have also seen how it has been affecting several of them. Well, today we will be showing you as to what is the color of the water here, because that is the kind of water which people are having in this particular region. Well, before we go ahead and show you the color of the water, and we will show our viewers by opening the tap the direct borewell water which we'll be collecting. Before that, let's just show you how far the Seegehalli plant is, the processing unit, how far it is. Well, there you see in the far off distance, if you can see one building, that is how far it is. It is close to 500 meters from where we are standing. So from there, imagine if the water has already started to turn greenish blue. One can only imagine in the coming days how bad the condition of the water will be, how bad the color of the water will be, and also the contamination levels is something which we will be understanding. Let's just take you through to the place where we will be showing to our viewers as to what the color of the water is. As the water keeps on collecting in a tub, that is when we will know as to what the color of the water will be. All of these people have been drinking. There are 300 houses in this particular layout where people have been suffering for years together. Now, it has been 8 years that this particular processing unit was set up, but the first 2 years there was not much of a difference which was seen. But now, for that matter, we will be showing you as to what the color of the water is. Well, this is a clean bucket which is there, and this is a white clean bucket which we are keeping here. And if you can see, the water which is coming out of the tap might look all milky white and all nice, but once it starts collecting in this particular tub which you are seeing here, it starts turning yellow, and then slowly it will turn greenish blue. And that is the kind of story which you're speaking of, because imagine if people are drinking this water and this is just 500 meters. Imagine the condition that the people in the surrounding areas will be facing, because if this is the water that they will have to have, and if the authorities say that there is not much problem which people will be facing, there's no respite in this region, then you can clearly see, well, there you see it starts turning greenish over time. If I can turn off the tap now, you can clearly see this is the color of the water that they'll have to have. They'll have to purify this at least twice or thrice before they consume it, because it is quite dangerous for them. Not just that, if they use this particular water to wash their utensils, their their clothes and everything, that has been causing a lot of problems. Let's just speak to the residents here. Sari vaga ಎಷ್ಟು ತಿಂಗಳುಗಟ್ಟಲಿಂದ ಈ ತರ ನೀರು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಈ ಕಲರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು ತಿಂಗಳಾಯ್ತು?
ಸುಮಾರು ಇದು 4-5 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಇದೇ ತರ ಕಲರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸುಮಾರು ಈ ಲೇಔಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 300 ಮನೆಗಳಿದೆ. ಈ 300 ಮನೆಗಳವರು ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕುಡಿಯೋಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಳಸೋಕ್ಕೆ, ಸ್ನಾನಕ್ಕೆ, ಮಡಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೇ ನೀರು, ಒಂದೇ ಬೋರ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದೇ ನೀರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಸುಮಾರು ಲೇಔಟಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಯೋಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗಿಂದ ಕೆಮ್ಮು, ದಮ್ಮು, ಏನೇನೋ ಕಾಯಿಲೆಗಳು ಬಂದು ಸುಮಾರು ಜನ ಈಗ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಉರಿತಾ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತು ಗಂಟ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಮು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಸರ್, ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಇದೇ ಏರಿಯಾಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ಇದು ನೀರು ಕುಡಿತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಇವಾಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಾಯಿಲೆ ಶುರು ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಕಲರ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೇನೆ ಒಂಥರ ಫುಲ್ ಕೆಟ್ಟೋಗಿರೋ ಕಲರ್ ಇದೆ.
ಹಸಿರು ಕಲರ್ ಇದೆ, ನೀರು ಹಸಿರು ಕಲರ್ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ನೀರು ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಗಂಟ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಕೆರೆತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮೈಕೈ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೆವೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಜ್ವರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀರು ಅದು ಬಿಸಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂಥರ ಪಾಚಿ ಕಟ್ಟ ತರ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ತರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ.
Well, we have also compared, the entire clean water, the purified water, and not just that, we have also seen what, the color of this is. Well, there's another person here, you see, if he uses this water to wash his vehicles and for other purposes as well. There are several infections that he's been seeing. He's been visiting the hospital as well. Let's just ask him, even in his leg, there are several problems which he's facing. Let's just speak to this particular resident. Ivaga ನೀವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ ತೊಳಿಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ನೀರು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಪರ್ಪಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಎಷ್ಟು ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತೀರಾ? ಈ ತರ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತು?
ನಾನು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ 2008ರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರೋದು ವಾಸವಾಗಿ. ಅವಾಗಿಂದನೂ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದು ಈ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿ ಶುರುವಾಗಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಮ್ಮಿ 4.5 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು. ಅವತ್ತಿನಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನನಗೆ ಅದು ನೀರು ಮುಟ್ಲೇಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೋ ಗಾಳಿ ವಾತಾವರಣದಿಂದ ಈ ಮೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೆವೆ ಬರೋದು. ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ನಾನು ಹೀಗೆ ಉಗುರಿನಿಂದ ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆವಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ನಾನು ಸ್ಕಿನ್ಗೆ ಉಗುರನ್ನ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆ ಥರದಲ್ಲಿ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಮತ್ತು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಡೈಲಿ ಆಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಚ್ಚಿ ಮಲಗೋದು, ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು ದಿನ. ನನಗೆ ತಿಂಗಳಿಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ 200-300 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕ್ರೀಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕು.
ನಾವು ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಇವಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜನ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಈ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಅಂತ? ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಇವಾಗ ಇವ್ರ ಕೇಸ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಹೋರಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಇವಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೂ ಈ ಥರ ನೀರು ಬರ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು 8 ವರ್ಷ ಆಗಿದೆ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿ, ಇವಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನು ಬರೋ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಲ್ ಕರ್ರ ನೀರು ಬರಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಆಗೋದು.
ಹೌದು, ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ವೈಜ್ಞಾನಿಕವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇರೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಸನೂ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಫೋಟೋಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಭೂಮಿನ ತೆಗೆದು ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಮುಚ್ಚುತ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಕಸನ. ಆ ಕಸ ಎಲ್ಲೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಆ ರಸ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತರ್ಜಲಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಂತರ್ಜಲಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರಿದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನೋಡಿದ್ರಿ ನೀರು ಯಾವ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ 10 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇದೆ. ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ 10 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ 7-8 ಪಂಚಾಯತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ವಾಸನೆ, ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಗಾಳಿ, ಇದನ್ನೇ ಕುಡಿತಾ ಜೀವನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಜನಗಳು.
Absolutely. Well, there you saw, Neha. This is the kind of problem which the people are facing. This is the kind of water that they'll have to consume. You can only imagine. In a city, we can't even stay with, the trucks passing by or the.
Many thanks, Suraj, for joining us with all of those updates. Now, BBMP Commissioner, in fact, joins me over the phone line. Now, many thanks, first of all, sir, for talking to News9. Now, here, the residents of Seegehalli, are up in arms against the BBMP in particular. They've been demanding the closure of over 7 landfills in Yashwantpur constituency, posing a clearly, headache for them. Why has it taken so long for the BBMP to even visit the spot? Let's begin with this. Mr. Anil Kumar, are you here with us?
Hello. Yeah, tell me, are you asking me?
Yes, Mr. Anil Kumar, I'm asking you. The residents have been demanding the closure of over 7 landfills in Yashwantpur constituency. Why has it taken so long for the BBMP to even visit the spot?
No, first of all, these are not landfill sites. Please understand there's a difference between landfill sites and processing plant. This is a processing plants which we have there, and these processing plants are processing the wet waste which is being collected and then converting that into compost. And these are the plants which are there. These plants are in operation since long time.
So are we allowed to throw garbage in these processing plants? Are you trying to say that? Okay, let us take your word on it that these are not landfills, these are
Correct.
processing plants. So what?
Correct.
So do we have the right to throw garbage in here?
No, we are not throwing garbage there. This is plant which is set
No,
up for
if there is an
processing of the
issue,
wet waste.
Mr. Anil Kumar, that the people are facing, there is a larger issue that I'm going to come up to. Of course, I'm going to tell you also. But my question to you is that be it processing units also, there is a cause of worry for the residents who have been staying there for long. Why is it that their grievances have not been met with? Isn't it BBMP's duty?
No, it is BBMP's duty, and that is why to process the wet waste only we have set up the processing plant. It is not for just dumping inside. It is not a landfill site.
It's
You have
being
to see
used
that
as a
it is-
landfill site then, sir.
Please listen to me, my side of the version of the story. You have to listen. You cannot just bombard me with questions like that.
Okay, please go ahead, tell
Just
me.
listen to what I have to say. See, the processing plants are set up for processing the wet waste and converting that into garbage, into compost. Okay, this is not a landfill site. Landfill sites are different, where we go and fill up the lands with after doing the scientific landfill. Now, for landfill, the issue here in Seegehalli and other places is that the residents have been complaining of smell from the processing plants, which is, I have visited yesterday along with the mayor and the leader of the ruling party. The processing is happening there, and because of the processing, there is bound to be some amount of smell, and there is also bound to be some amount of leachate which comes out of this processing. The leachate is being collected in a separate tank and being sent to the STP of BWSSB for further treatment. So this is the process which is involved in a processing plant, and this is what we have been doing, and this needs to be done. Otherwise, where do we dump the garbage which Bangalore generates? You cannot see. This is how we have to treat. This is the scientific treatment of garbage. So if we don't do that, then there is bound to be garbage accumulating all over the city. Do you want that to happen?
Mr.
We
Anil
cannot
Kumar,
allow that to happen.
Mr. Anil
right?
Kumar, are you aware that the water that's been collected in Seegehalli was found to be greenish-blue? The
That
water
what
is
you are telling me now.
contaminated. People
Let
are
me have
consuming
a-
that water,
Please listen,
and
please
you're
listen to me
trying to
also.
convince us that some amount of garbage is bound to be thrown.
No, it's not
And-
thrown, madam. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're not saying it's not thrown. Does that mean that we should not collect the garbage and should not take it out and collect it? And
Does
process
it also mean that you should not try to understand what the people of the a place are going through?
No.
We're talking about toxic water.
The choice is that we have to take the garbage out and we have to process it.